All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again, episode 12 of Number One Guitar with my very good friend, Mr. Basch Jernigan, an incredible guitar player, the owner of this 1934 national genius of a Duolian, I believe, in front of us. We don't want to put the cart before the horse. Basch, thank you, my friend.
Man,
thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me, Chris. I really appreciate you, man.
This is a treat for the two of us. This is a treat for the two of us. We have a mutual friend in Ben Strange. We're going to get there later.
Yes.
Somebody who brings back old war horses for people who want to fight with vintage guitars. And this is kind of a hybrid episode. It's Number One Guitar. We're going to get into this very shortly, folks. Hold on. But it's also a songwriting session. But first, a few things are in order. My friend, here you go.
Oh,
Chris Vincent t-shirt.
No way.
Wear it in good health. We're going to get to these songs later.
Oh, dude, thank you, man.
And you have a Fred Kelly's. Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank
brother.
you. Check it out, y'all. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Hey, and yeah, you got a Fred Kelly speed pick.
Thank you, man.
The best I've ever played. We talked briefly, but not too much about the guitar and how we go about it. We're going to get there later, but enjoy the finger pick, man. I use them exclusively.
Yeah.
Wouldn't use anything else. And if you don't like it and it doesn't work, pass it along to the next woman or man who can use it. As simple as that. Not for everybody, definitely for yours truly as a player. That's it.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I'm excited to use them.
Yeah. All right. So how did we meet, or how did we come to know of each other? And the short answer is this: I am very good friends with a good friend of yours, Mr. Paul Faith. Paul put together this ridiculous fucking record that he corralled 20 songwriters, New Orleans songwriters, had them write a protest song, called them all together, did a big show with you. I had Paul on. I have a lot of respect for Paul and what he does with the songwriting community and pulling everybody together. That is like, my words, not his, and certainly no offense to anybody. I mean, you pull 20 musicians together and attempt to get anything out of it, that is a cat herd.
Yes.
At best. And the musicians out there are going, yeah, this guy's not being insulting. He's right. I mean, and he did it. And the record's great. We'll talk about your song, which is brilliant, syncopated. You play the hell out of the guitar.
Oh, thanks.
But I asked Paul, I said, Paul, I want to shout out and highlight this record that you put together. And unfortunately, the independent records and regular records, there is a shelf life. I know Paul put this together. There was some press behind it. There was a big, very successful show at Chikiwawa. And then putting those 20 people on another stage in someplace else, that is a tricky one. That's tricky. I don't know how many times that's going to happen. So I'm going to do my own part to kind of squeeze this out a little bit for you guys. With these guitar things, we'll talk about the Bank Street Songwriter Night that I run, which you very, very, very happily said yes to.
Oh,
I had a couple days.
Thanks again for asking me, man. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
All right. So you're very welcome. So basically, it works like this. I said, Paul, I can't interview 20 people, but I want to bring one of the players on the album onto this new Songwriters Night that we're doing at Bank Street Bar last Tuesday of the month until December in New Orleans. I said, who's the individual that plays the guitar really well? Who's that person? Okay.
Wow.
I certainly, no disparity. Obviously, I know most of the people on the record. No disparity to anybody else. I said, Paul, this is a tricky one. You got to pick one person. I want to do a Number One Guitar podcast with one of the writers. Who's the player in the bunch? He didn't bat an eye. He goes, call Basch.
Oh man, that's.
And he told me about your guitar, and he said his words. He's a natural musician. You could give him a bouzouki, whatever the hell that is, and he'll figure it out. Something along those lines. I don't know.
Oh man, well that's so kind. And Paul is one of the, kindest people I know.
Yeah,
and
he's a good guy.
He obviously, you and I both know what an incredible musician and songwriter he is. So that's an honor to have
he
that.
didn't bat an eye, man. I was like, Paul, can't ask 20 people. Give me a name, I'll call them up.
Well,
and he said,
appreciate that, man. Well, that's touching for sure. But yeah, man, it's an honor to just be on this record and to be asked to be, a part of it, and many, just incredible, inspiring musicians and songwriters. I really, it's funny because I was excited to, be a part of it when he asked, but I really underestimated how much it would fuel me moving forward after the show itself. You know, having the opportunity to meet all of each other on this album, and it's almost like a bond that was, you know, created through this creative process.
Nobody's taking that away from you, man. You're always going to be on that record with those 20 people.
Yeah, it's really special.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out to Paul, and yeah, I have no, I have no idea how he logistically pulled this off. It was incredibly impressive.
I don't get it.
This dude is like, talk about on his P's and Q's, and he's just full and fueled by joy. You know, that I think that's the coolest thing about it. It's like so apparent and palpable is he's fueled by joy and purpose, you know, so it's all coming from a great place. So yeah, man, it's been cool. It's fun to represent everybody, you know.
It's, I mean, again, and you are in this. I can't interview 20 people, but I certainly have. I'm having a hell of a time doing this. We're gonna get there in a second.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, so bring us to these podcasts. I usually do like an early your development. Like you are a multi-instrumentalist. That much I'm sure of. Paul has said so much. What is it about the guitar? What's your earliest guitar memories, musical memories? You drive it from here. What made you want to be a musician, a writer, a singer, a player?
Yeah, man. Well, my, you know, I was like, my parents were, you know, they've always loved music, so I was just fortunate to be raised in a household where, you know, a lot of music was being played. You know, specifically my dad, huge soul fan. So, you know, the Temptations, the Towns, Wilson Pickett, Etta James, Sam Cooke, you know, Ray Charles, on and on and on, you know. So it's like, you know, I was really lucky to just be like growing up in that environment. But I have an older brother who's 4 years older than me, and what really did it was I wanted to be just like him. And so when he was in high school,
musical family. I mean, was dad and mom musicians or listeners?
More
Fans.
so, well, I guess, yeah, players too. My dad played drums when he was in high school, and you know, my mom played piano throughout her life. Not anymore due to arthritis and whatnot, but yeah, man. So they played, but I think we just, yeah, you know, the love for the music was there, and it was just kind of just, you know, there was always a soundtrack to whatever we did. You know, it's with so many other people too. It's like, you know, a lot of memories, you know, could be found in a lot of different songs. Just like going back and listening, man, remind you of different like experiences with family. You know. Were
you a listener first and then a player, or did you start whacking away on pots and pans when you were 2?
I was a listener. You know, that was the funny thing. My brother is
he's the player.
Talk about a musician, man. Oh my Lord. My brother is a classical oboist, so he's a classical musician, plays oboe, and but he, you know, from the time he was tiny, man, he, you know, like was dancing. He idolized, you know, performers like Michael Jackson, you know. So I was watching him, you know, when I was growing up. Yeah, quite a leap from Michael Jackson to oboe.
It's an incredible touch instrument. He's a talent.
Oh,
if he's yeah, it's a different story. Like a lot of people are classical. No, he knows what he's doing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a whole nother. That's a whole nother level for me. I mean, you know, so yeah, man. You know, I was just lucky to watch him, and like, you know, he'd play at different talent shows, and I would just watch him perform year after year, and it really just like, you know, he was such a role model for me. I was like, man, I want to do that too, and so I started kind of quietly just playing guitar or practicing guitar. That was the first instrument that I really gravitated the most towards. And I'm not totally sure why. I just, man, I remember the first, like, it was like a best of B.B. King CD that I was listening to when I was 12 years old. And it was just like the feeling, you know, anybody who's listened to B.B. King, they know what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't even need to keep going on, but it's like, man, just in one note, one bended note that he would play, the way that it would make me feel was just so you can't even explain it, man. It's just like pure goosebumps, you know? For me, I'm like, damn, I got to do that. I got to at least try to do that.
It is as simple as that.
Yeah, so I've started kind of like playing more guitar, and then what really did it was just discovering different artists that would blow your mind and be like, oh my god, like what is that? Like I got to try that. Jimi Hendrix, obviously, like so guitar was really where it was at for me. As far as my first instrument, but my brother played harmonica too, so of course I was like, I gotta try that too. So I just got lucky, when I was younger. I just happened to at the same time.
Mr. Faith did remark that you're quite the harmonica player.
Oh, hey, likewise to Paul. Man. Dang, man, that guy can rip.
I think Paul's words were, "You got to see him play the harmonica, Chris. I don't know shit on the harmonica."
Oh, hey, likewise. Hey,
that's what he said. He's like,
man, I would say the exact same thing about him, man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, not at all. Yeah. So yeah, man, I just got lucky with those instruments where it's like, not only did like I was raised in a family and a household that encouraged me to try it, but also it was accessible. These instruments were accessible, and I could, I could have at it and try it at an age where you're really like soaking things up like a sponge.
Yeah. 12. This is 12.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't really realize how much my brain would just cement over almost a little bit the older I got. It was a little harder to like.
Oh yeah.
Take on a new instrument. Yeah. So I just purely lucked out in that way. And then as far as singing goes, I just my brother sang too, but I don't have a band that I started. We didn't have a singer, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do this, and then it just like kind of just went on from there. Just kept doing it, but anyway, yeah. But guitar was my first love. I really loved just like escaping into my room and playing like. Electric was really what I played for most of my life, up until maybe the last 6 years. But just like escaping into my room with an unplugged electric, it's like nobody can hear that, right? So I'm just like on your bed, just like practicing, just like loved being in that world. It was like just like you there, man. It's like a happy place.
I'm curious, is again, you're an excellent guitar player. People ask me all the time, and I'm sure they ask you all the time, after you get off stage, what's the hack for the guitar? And there is no hack. How many hours a day did you practice when you were putting this in your head?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it was maybe most of the day.
Most of the day. Kids, that's the hack. No matter how old you are. How long do you practice?
Yeah.
Most of the day.
Well,
that's what makes it happen. Yeah.
It's crazy though, because for me though, it's not like, it wasn't even like it wasn't like a dedication or motivation thing, because I had taken, or I was lucky enough for my parents to have me take piano lessons, earlier on before I started learning guitar, and that felt like a chore, you know what I mean? But like, to practice guitar is literally it's just what I wanted to do all day. So I lucked out in that way, it was purely just driven because it's like, I wanted to do it. But yeah, man, I don't remember where I was going with that. But
what brought you to the guitar? The guitar basically chose you. I think it does in many ways. So many people don't sit in the chair that you're in. When I ask the question, why the guitar, I kind of do get a little bit of blank slates. They look at me and go, well, why not? There was no choice. Like, yeah. Maybe, fair, obviously, full respect to your brother, it's not an oboe. People don't generally wake up when they're 12 and go, man, I'm going to be a classical oboe. Like,
yes.
No, I'm going to play the guitar. Some do. Your brother did. Thank God for him.
Oh, man.
But some people wake up and like, I'm playing the guitar. And that's obviously that's what happened on your end. That's what happened with a lot of people, me included. Now, we're going to shift to number one. It's a number one guitar. The record that you're on, the New Orleans protest song record, songwriting. But I do want to talk about. I want to get to the title of the podcast. we're sitting in front of two very, very, very rare birds in these two. And we'll shout out the guy who brought them back to life shortly. The guys, not the guy, the two guys that brought these things back to life in New Orleans. Basch, take us away. Take us to this thing. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so this is a National Duolian resonator, and it's 1934 National resonator, and
34. Oh shit.
Yes, yeah, and I was, you know, long. I was gonna say long story short. It's probably gonna be long, but either way, Taj Mahal was an idol of mine, and you know,
I knew it.
I was just like, yeah, man. He was the one who really like started that for me. I'm like, once I heard Taj with with his national, or playing a resonator on his records, I was like, I just have to. So I was scouring Reverb, for years, and just fortunately in 2021, the end of 2021, found this beauty. It was up in a shop in Durham, North Carolina, and I gambled on it, man, and that's how it started.
Okay, now folks, remember what Basch said. This is a 1934 guitar. Metal body. The wood is presumably screwed to the metal body in some regard. Most of these guitars did not have cases because they were very hard to dent, scratch, or screw up. Most of them just broke on the way. There's few of the necks that are left. They lived in car trunks. They lived in the back of garages. They were thrown around, and the wood that they were made with, this is something that I know from a guitar playing friend of mine, it wasn't, a lot of it wasn't even seasoned. It was green wood. They were doomed from the start. They were going to bow. The necks were going to bow and be unplayable in 10 years anyway. First question is, how fucked up was this when you got it? Or did you get lucky?
Man,
Was it playable when you got it? You're like, oh boy.
It was almost.
That's pretty good. That's lucky, my
really,
friend.
I was like, wow, right on. Because I've never done that before in my life. I've never gambled on, purchasing an instrument like that without actually holding it in my hands first. So it was shipped down.
This looks like an antique guitar, and it is not a cheap thing. You gambled, for sure.
Yeah, man, I didn't know.
These aren't $200 guitar, folks. For the non-guitar players in the audience, we're not going to Guitar Center and putting down $500 and walking away with one of these. That doesn't work like that. So you did gamble.
Yeah, it was not the smartest thing, honestly, to do, but I got lucky. Yeah, man, I'll never forget that moment where I finally played it. So I got it, pulled it out. I was in my room, man, here in New Orleans in Bayou St. John. And dude, I started playing it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this was worth it. This worked."
Out of the box, you were close enough. Well done.
Well, yeah, man. Well, at least I was just worried that instruments are like people. It's like sometimes your personalities aren't compatible.
Sure.
Or it doesn't feel right. For me, I was worried about the amount of work that was going to have to be done. But I was also worried that after going through that and making that kind of a purchase and everything, that I just wasn't gonna straight up like how it felt too. But from the moment I played it, I was like, this feels right, And then fortunately too, Ben and Aaron.
Strange. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the plug. Tell us about these guys that brought both of these back.
Yeah, man. Ben Strange and Aaron Younce. It's Strange Guitar Works in Uptown New Orleans. These guys are incredible guitar technicians, and they repair, pieces of art like this all day long, every day. I knew about them from years previously, just being in different bands and being here in the city. So once I ordered this, honestly, once I was buying this, I was thinking of them. I'm like, well, I know that I can take it to them, and I know that they'll help me out on this. And of course they did, without a doubt. So it worked out, in that regard. But yeah, man, they helped, file down the frets, straighten out the neck, and it was, and install this hot plate too. So the National came with its original cover plate that was not, didn't have a pickup in it, of course. And these hot plates made by National do have a pickup. I grabbed it. They installed that for me while they were at it too. So they brought this thing back to life for me to play, and I can't thank them enough for it, man.
And I mean, you were very kind when you took it out of the case. I played it for a couple of minutes, and as I'm sitting behind it, I'm like, son of a bitch, man, you did get lucky. I'm looking at this guitar. We'll take a look at we'll talk about the rust and the patina on it in a second, because it's rusted, but we'll get there. I don't see gouges. I'm looking on over here, like if it really took a hit, this would be chipped and scratched. There's no dents on it. So the person or people or family that had this thing, if they didn't put new frets on it, they didn't play it that much. I'm looking at a guitar neck that's not played that much. I mean, sometimes these things basically, all the finishes worn off. But he leveled the frets, straightened everything out, somehow straightened a neck that doesn't have a truss rod in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I
don't know how that works at all.
Man, I wish they were here.
I'm no carpenter, man, but I'm like, how the fuck do you straighten it if you
Same.
can't straighten it?
Dude, I wish. I am very ignorant about that.
Same here,
I wish that Ben and or Aaron were here to help share how they did this. But, yeah, they have a machine, it's strange, that apparently can do that.
Yeah,
that's as good as I can.
The Plek machine, this is, there's a lot of people who spend a lot of money on guitars and gear and doodads and a whole bunch of other shit, and the actual guitar that they play isn't optimized to play at its best, and you really only can get that from one of those Plek machines. I mean, you can come close. Aaron can set up a guitar awfully close, but the Plek, nothing beats it, man. Nothing beats it. And yes, it's modern technology, blah blah blah, all that other shit. Give me a guitar that plays right out of the box, and then I won't put it on a Plek machine. I've never had one. I've never played one. I've never played to Ben's thousands of guitars. I said, Ben, what doesn't need significant setup when it comes out of the factory? He looked at me and goes, Collings. That's it. The only guitar that he's ever dealt with is like he played it, gave it back to the guy, said, there's nothing to do here, but there's a Collings. Everything else can be adjusted to be intonated perfectly. Now, with this thing, this is a blues player's guitar. Lots of people connect this with Taj, Booker White, John Mooney, Son House.
Yeah.
You, by your own admission, are not a strict blues player. Other than Taj, why is it this thing? And this, you gave me a couple seconds with this. A lot of these nationals can be very brash and cutting and very rough on the ear because they're designed to get a lot of volume. This thing is not. This is very sweet and round. It's a beautiful guitar.
Oh,
I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. And I will also say that the modern nationals that I picked up, the ones that I picked up, I'm like, who the hell would travel around with a 20-pound guitar? They're incredibly heavy. This thing's, it's no heavy. Well, it's a little heavier than this, but not much, not by much.
Yeah, man.
Do the blues come into your thing? The blue, how do the blues? I mean, second you see this guitar, it screams. This is a slide guitar player who plays bottleneck slide guitar like Son House. And when you don't, you're gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yes.
So what? I'm no stranger to ruffling feathers with a slide guitar, my friend. I ruffle a few feathers every now and then.
Well, I'm definitely disappointed some people. Let's put it that way. Well, it's funny because it's like, all right, so when I got this guitar, it coincided with a time where I was starting to play solo gigs for the first time in my life. you know, I've always been in bands.
Mm.
But after the pandemic, you know, things shifted in my life a little bit where it's like, you know, it was more appropriate, or that was an opportunity that I had where I could start trying to do that. And I wanted to. But I was trying to figure out a way to find me, you know, or like try to find what felt right for me and the way I wanted to do solo gigs, because like I knew how I wanted to do band stuff.
I love it, man. That's a goddamn guitar found you.
Well, I mean, honestly though, dude, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, it felt like a blessing because I like really was like, again, it's like, man, I was playing, you know, an acoustic guitar was like an older Alvarez that my brother had back in the day when I first started playing these solo gigs. And again, just trying to find a sound that was maybe just more my own, but inspired by obviously legends that came before me. Long story short, you know, I'm listening to a Taj record and I'm like, what the hell is that? It sounded like a banjo, but not a banjo. And once I realized that you know, he's playing a resonator, it was just like, man, I want to capture that sound. I want that sound. You know, I want to like be able to play a guitar that has that sound. So from there on, you know, I had my eye out for one. I didn't know if or when that would happen. Obviously on Reverb, 9 times out of 10, most of the time I'm looking at, I'm laughing at the prices. Yeah. I'm like, dude, there's no way.
No, they're unplayable collector's items at most of the time.
And I'm like living with my parents at the time too. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I'm like, why?
Yeah, you don't want to go ask mom and dad for anything.
Yeah, no.
Let me get this. I'm living in your basement. I want this guitar that costs 4+ figures.
I'm like at an age too where it's like, yeah, it's like, all right, man. Like, I'm like questioning myself. Like, what the hell am I doing? But at the same time, my soul and my heart
the answer, my
tugging
friend,
me in that
is
direction.
the right fucking thing.
Oh,
if I may interject there with all due respect, but please continue.
Thanks, man. But yeah, you know, so I just kept on looking. You know, I would have fun. You know, late at night on Reverb. You know, after the day's done, just flipping through, as I'm sure you've done many a time.
Yeah.
And then I saw Matt, you know, something that was like not out of control, something that I could afford. It was kind of exactly what I was looking for. And, you know, again, it just, contacted him, having to work out. It was a huge gamble. But like I said, man, as soon as I played it for the first time, I felt it was going to be okay. Like things were right, you know, and, it's just really cool. But I feel like I learned from this guitar. I feel like I'm lucky to be with this guitar. Obviously much older than I am, seen a lot more than I have, but I feel like it
I'm
helps
betting this
me.
is 3 times as old as you. Are you 30 years old yet?
32.
Well, it's a 92-year-old guitar.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this thing's
close,
got
brother.
this. Yeah. Oh my
if
god.
My math is right. If my math is right, I'm not pretending that the math is right. I think.
Oh no, hey.
I think it's 92 years old. 1930.
Hey, you could fool me, man. That's.
Well.
You would think that would. think that'd be something I would know, but no.
I'm not standing on my math.
But yeah, man. So yeah, you know, I feel like this thing is like much older and wiser than I am. So again, it's like, you know, I just feel lucky to be with it and to grow as a guitar player on it. You know, it's really cool.
If they make you grow as a player, then you're in the right ballpark without question.
Yeah.
This is a gear question.
Yeah.
This hot plate, the hot plate is the pickup, the drop-in pickup that allows it to be electrified. Otherwise, you got to stick one of these in front of it, and it's a shit show. Never worked, or it kind of works, but never good.
Yeah.
Your take as a player on the hot plate, does it give you an authentic resonator tone through an amplifier?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not enough for me. I think. Let me preface this though by saying, I guess I didn't preface anything. I already said no, but I think it's awesome. It's been super.
Doesn't mean it's bad.
Super convenient for me. I crave a more acoustic sound, and you know, with this lipstick, you know, pickup that's in the hot plate, it does make it sound more electric than I personally would like when I'm playing out of an amp or just playing DI at a venue. But with that being said, this is my first time going through a journey of trying to amplify an instrument that sounds best when it's not amplified, right? So like, I'm like learning how difficult that is, and like how it's like you're never actually going to fully capture that. You're just gonna try to do your best at it. But I feel you. You know, that was a whole thing right after I finally got it, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, I want to play this thing soon. But I'm like, how am I gonna amplify this thing? And like you said, like I was just messed around with trying to angle it in a way if I'm miking it, you know, with like a 57. I'm like, there's no way I can do that.
Not live. You gotta stay in.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, there's no way ergonomically like I could make this happen.
No.
And so yeah, it's a learning experience. So I mean, obviously I've been using it. I would definitely suggest the hot plate, but for me, I still crave a more acoustic sound, and I'm not quite sure if that's possible yet or how I would go about doing that, you know.
Live sound is a bear. It always is. The more acoustic you get as a player, the harder it gets. That's the thing that I'm with you. I want these guitars to sound like guitars. I don't want them to sound like guitar pedals or any other shit that people do.
Mm.
But to get an acoustic guitar sound on stage is a very difficult thing. There's a balancing act. So different is not always necessarily wrong. It's just different.
Mm.
I've heard you do it, man. You play the shit out of it. Does it sound exactly like a National guitar in a bedroom? No. But does it sound fantastic? Yes.
Oh, well.
Simple. I mean, and another cool thing about the resonators, they make so much noise on stage. Unless you're playing at a pretty sizable club, you're gonna hear some of that thing from the stage. It's not like, you know, it's definitely something that projects from a stage. If you're playing in a football stadium, all you're gonna hear is the main house speakers. But if you're playing in a bar or even a club, you're gonna hear a little bit of the guitar. Now,
that's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens with these.
Mm.
I mean, you start whacking away on an arch top, they're fucking loud. You're gonna hear it out there. Same thing. Both of these guitars, by the way, I'm sure you know this, but a guitar tidbit for the Guitar One audience: the archtop guitar and the National guitar, the resonator guitar. The only reason they exist is because people wanted to make guitars louder in early jazz right here. In early jazz in New Orleans, it was all plectrum banjos, and the players got more sophisticated. They wanted more strings, but they needed volume because a simple, a round-holed wooden guitar did not have the acoustic volume to get past the horns. This thing does, and so does this. That thing definitely does. You gotta whack this one a little bit to get that noise, but both of these guitars are jazz babies, without question. Both the style of guitar. Now, the song that you have, I'm gonna shift. The song that you have on Paul's record features this guitar.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, actually, no. Oh my gosh.
Okay, no.
I take it back. Yeah. So, I was playing my Martin. It's just a dark mahogany Martin. Forgot the model number. But you know, for the song that we were doing, it sounded for some reason just more appropriate to have just like that woodier sound. Because it's funny, because when we were in the studio, it's like that of course is always my go-to, you know, now. And I was like, well, let me try the Martin out a little bit. And yeah, for some reason it just like sounded more appropriate for the song. But yeah, man, yeah, Road to Ruin is the name of the song that you know, we recorded for the project. Dennis Allen played drums on the track, and Tyler Self played bass. Shout out to those guys, my boys.
It's a great song.
Song. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, it's I think when Paul hit all of us up, it was something that was like, it was really helpful for, I think, you know, I don't want to speak for everybody in the record, but I feel like you probably all kind of feel this way, where we were just really upset with, you know, current events, things that are happening in our country, obviously in our world. And, we didn't really know what the hell to do. So to actually be able to, like, you know, take how we're feeling and you know, put it into song, it was really cathartic. And yeah, Road to Ruin, you know, kind of speaks for itself. Kind of feels like we've been going down a road to ruin, but the chorus is more hopeful, and the chorus is we're not going down that road. So, you know, it's like I wanted to show that resistance within the song. Obviously, we feel hopeless, but we're gonna fucking fight, man. You know, and as musicians and songwriters,
you did. I mean, look, the question always is, what can you do? You guys did something, and it's out there. And if you're taking a look at this podcast, watch the podcast to the end, and then don't doom scroll, folks. Go listen to Bash's song called New Orleans Protest Songwriters Record. That's what it's called. No reason to go and look at the fight of the day or fight of the second. Go listen to people actually doing something about it. Oh. Please, my friend, continue.
Oh man, well no, I mean, like that's the same with the entire album. You know, 21 songs, and it's a no skip for me, a no skip album.
Right.
You know, I mean, every single song brings it, and each artist brings it in their own unique way. And that sounds like I'm just saying that, but if you listen to the record, you'll know that I'm being incredibly sincere.
You are.
You know?
It's an honest record. I mean, if people are looking for authenticity, that's a big fucking bullshit word these days. But if people are looking for authenticity that's actually really legitimately authentic, it's the record that you guys did.
Yeah.
No bullshit. It's how everybody feels. Whether or not you agree with it, whether you don't agree, who gives a shit? Unless you guys did it. That's it.
And Paul, you know, took the idea that he had and made it happen. So again, it's like none of this would have been a thing without him, you know, leading the way. Nah. So yeah, man, it's been inspirational, and I think it really gave me, and especially, you know, I know Tyler, you know, we talk all the time, you know, my best friend played bass on our song, talk all the time about how, you know, upset we are about everything that's going on, like, really gave us something to do in a time we felt like we were floundering. So shout out to Paul, man. Very cool.
Paul's a quiet, well, he is a quiet guy. He leaves a wake behind him. He's a good dude. And it's a very positive wake that he leaves behind him, which is really the only one that certainly, personally, I'm interested in. I don't have much for negative wakes.
I feel you.
But, all right, so you're a young guy, 32 years old, running around with a fucking 95-year-old guitar, inspired by Taj Mahal. It is a strange life that we lead, my friend.
It is.
It is a strange life. So tell me, what did I miss? Because I'm sure I did. About this guitar that makes it special to you, and I'm looking at the finish. Tell us the story of the.
Oh yeah.
When you got this thing, what did it look like?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was like
shiny.
Yeah, it was like it was silver, you know. It was straight up like, yeah, it was silver. You know, the new cover plate, super. You know, it's just like raw steel. You know, it had that look, and it was funny because in my mind, you know, and what do I know? But I thought that maybe rusting would occur slowly over time. But I had a couple of like Gulf Coast gigs where I'm down close to the beach, and you got that like hot, like salty water air, you know, salt humid air that's being blown around. Man, I swear to God, after like 2 gigs, I start seeing this rust spot that's growing on the cover plate, and pretty soon, like now you can see it's like. From a distance, it almost looks
brown.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean, the guitar looks brown from here. Do you have to watch the shirts you wear, or you have to end up with big rust spots on your pants?
That is hilarious that you asked me that, dude. I can't tell you how many shirts I've ruined from just like because I'll sweat, you know, because these will be outdoor gigs, right? And I'm playing, and it doesn't matter what color it is. I mean, I guess black is the way to go, but like. Man, it will stain that shirt.
I'm trying to think like.
And my forearm too. I laugh because I'm like, I wonder what that's doing. But you know, it's maybe a little topical. Maybe that's good for the skin.
It's iron.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's.
But I love it, man. You know, I just feel really lucky to be able to play it. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell, certain. We're guitar players. We're performing guitar players. They're not wives. They're not children. They're not dogs. They're fucking tools. Right? Our hands are the thing that makes the noise. It's not the guitar. But that being said, certain instruments do grab more than others, and that's clearly the case with you on this one. And certainly with me. I mean, I play a lot of different guitars. I only really like two of them. Whatever.
Yeah. Love that, man.
It's true.
You know, I'm really, like, people ask me all the time, they're like, do you have a name for your guitar? And I don't, because I haven't found one that feels right, that I feel like I can commit to. But I wanted to ask you, do you have a name for your guitar?
This guitar's named after my mother. It's named Joan.
Aw.
Yeah, this one's Joan.
That's perfect.
The main guitar that I play was named by someone very, very close to me. I played something once, and she said, "Chris, that's glorious. You should name the guitar Gloria." And I said,
Oh,
that's
wow.
enough for me.
That's so cool.
The other one's named Gloria, and this one's Joan.
I love that, man.
Joan doesn't leave the house.
I don't blame you, yeah.
But
gorgeous, man. I love that.
So you and I and Paul and Taylor Floyd, who is, as far as I know, not on the record, but we're doing a half and half. Bank Street Bar, I have an opportunity to do a number of songwriter nights, a residency, if you will, monthly songwriter nights. The last Tuesday of every month in New Orleans at the Bank Street Bar. I'm pulling in 4 writers, certainly not an open mic, people who definitely know their way around writing a song, definitely know their way around their chosen instrument. And you and Paul are on the first installment on Tuesday, the 28th of July. You bringing this thing?
Heck yeah! Yeah, heck yeah!
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Now, it's going to be a blast. As far as, do you find? I ask a couple of like outside questions. Do you find writing on this guitar or writing on your Martin guitar, different stuff comes out? Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think that one thing for me for sure. I mean, so this guitar is like encouraged me to like experiment more with like open tunings, and like writing stuff that, like, you know, I've never written songs in open tunings before, but and this, you know, I like to play an open D a bunch, and it's been cool. It's like led me down, you know, different paths that I haven't, you know, gone on before as a guitar player. I think the sound of the guitar itself too is like encouraged me to try that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, I would say anything if I'm messing around in open tuning, it's like, this is like,
that's it.
I want to go to the resonator, you know. But then again, man, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know how that is with writing. It's like so magical and spontaneous. It's like almost like none of it even makes any sense. It's like, man, I don't even know, you know. When it's right, it's right.
Yeah. I mean, you are spoken like a true artist, Basch. There is no rhyme or reason to this stuff. It doesn't make, again, it makes no difference. It's here and here where things come from. It's not.
But man,
it doesn't hurt. But it's definitely, a shitty songwriter with a beautiful guitar is going to write a shitty song with a beautiful guitar. That's the truth.
But I will say though, there's something, I mean, obviously inspiration is such an incredible part of songwriting, and like, you know, to be with an instrument that inspires you in a different kind of way, can spark something that's completely different, you know. So it's like, maybe, I mean, probably even just subconsciously, me just like sitting down and being with this instrument gets me in more of a headspace for being creative, you know, just because I love it so much, you know.
Yeah, it's clear, man. It's clear.
But yeah, man, it's cool. But yeah, you know, I'm pumped to play it at Bank Street, and really pumped to hear y'all, man, and just be there. You know, what a cool happening.
It's going to be a fun time. We're going to do it like a listening room and try to put together an alternative for people that are not looking for an open mic, for sure. Although there's nothing wrong with an open mic. We're going to have people that are fully versed in, their performers, their writers, their players, and it's not, everybody needs to cut their teeth somewhere. I'm not going to be there when they're cutting their teeth in front of me. It's not going to happen.
Respect.
All due respect to everybody. Bang away,
Yeah. Hey,
bang away in your bedroom and then come out. You'd be better off that way. This man has done that.
Oh no, that makes sense, man. Yeah, oh, for sure.
Now, you're a young man. How do you want to be remembered with this guitar?
I don't feel like it. That's.
Can
you say that again?
You're a young man. This might not have. No, it's 110 degrees outside. None of us feel young. Babies don't feel young now. Folks, you would be amazed how hot it is outside where we walk though. Anyway.
No.
How do you want it? What's your goal or memory? What do you want out of the music? And you know, at the end of the road, people would say that guy Basch, son of a bitch, he was X. What is that?
Oh, dude, I just want to be real, man. I want to be part of the fabric of this community and the music community, and you know, honor those who came before us, who made all of this possible and inspired us to do this, and also inspire those who would come after us and carry that torch and carry it on, you know. I mean, that's really how I want to be remembered, just serving the music itself and our community, you know. Clearly what we do can be, it is a wild ride, but man, it's like, if you can just,
You got that right.
and it can be confusing, man. It's like, you know, growing up, it's funny because it's like, you know, you feel that push and tug about what you should or shouldn't do, and even within like music too, you know, that can always be the case. But like, no, man, I just want to be the meest me that I can be, and just continue to just serve, you know, just get back. You know what I mean? Because like, dude, this is like,
well said. When people meet each other for a reason, fucking well said. I don't say that much. Yeah. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Are you looking for another guitar?
Oh my god.
Oh, the guitar one question.
Man, my heart isn't ready and my wallet sure hell ain't ready.
Fair enough.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be a while, I think. But that's cool because I'm excited to rack up the years, as many as I can with this beauty here, and you know.
The body ain't gonna break, brother.
My body is gonna break.
Your body's gonna break before that. Worst that happens, you get another neck. That's it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's it. That's really all that happens with them at this point. If the neck snaps, you put another neck on there. Old Benjamin will cut you one.
Hey, man. Well, whatever it takes, you know. I'll be playing this thing until I die, hopefully. But yeah, man. And then, hopefully, some other youngin can have it.
Yeah.
Can continue on.
Yeah,
man.
That's the move, man. Same here. Some lucky son of a bitch is gonna walk away with this one. I can't.
Oh, dude, yeah. Talk about that, man, a little bit, honestly.
But this is your show, brother. Other than the Bank Street, at 28th of July, a week away. Where else can we see you? What's your socials?
Yeah.
Give us all that stuff. I'll cut that up and put that. Take two. But where else are you going? What's the socials? Where can we see you? The band, everything else.
Thanks,
spell your name, spell the socials, all
yeah, for sure.
If they're off a little bit.
Yeah, I would say the best way to keep an eye on shows for me would be through my website. So that's just my name, Basch Jernigan. So that's spelled BASCH and then JERNIGAN, Jernigan. Basch Jernigan Music .com.
Basch Jernigan
Basch
Music.
Jernigan Music.com.
Basch Jernigan Music.com. Basch Jernigan Music.com.
Yes. But yeah, man. So, I post all my dates on there. Instagram and Facebook, I do my best. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think of the next show. I'm gonna be playing some solo shows in Southern Alabama right before, so that I guess this weekend. And if you're interested, if you're in Southern Alabama,
This is going up fast.
you check out the website. They're on there if you happen to be over there. But the first show back in New Orleans is at Bank Street with y'all.
Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
So yeah, man. Thanks again for having me
Brother.
on it.
We're gonna have fun.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna have fun with these things.
Yes.
With the other players there, we're gonna have a ball. Basch, thanks, man. I learned something.
Thank you, man.
You're a passionate dude, and it is. I'm sure it's coming through over there.
Oh, well,
I'm sure it's
likewise,
coming
man.
through.
Appreciate you having me on here.
Hey, let's go play.